welcome to my channel. So I just filmed this look, so if you're looking for the details for this look, definitely check out my last video to see how I achieved this amazing look. And make sure you like, subscribe, and share to all of your friends, and make sure you always catch the beat. So today's story time is going to be my experience on how I caught a girl butt naked in my nigga's room. It's so crazy, but yeah. This is the story of Bucket Naked. Okay, so long story short, during my collegiate career, I was dealing with a boy, and you know, we were off and on. We had our little experiences, whatever, and that's another story. And so at this point in time, we were off, and so where we go to school, there's really not anything close. So one day, me and my friends was like, we hungry, let's go to Wawa. So Wawa is a gas station, for you guys who don't know. It just has food and stuff like that. So we go to Wawa, and when we get to Wawa, we see said boy and his friends. So his friends, a lot of his friends, a lot of my friends are just mutual friends and happen to deal with each other. So at the time, it was just a little awkward because we weren't speaking and everybody else was speaking to each other. So everybody spoke, and I just tried to act like I didn't give a fuck and kept it pushing. Excuse my language. I curse way too much, y'all. I just tried to act like I don't care, and then I just kept it pushing. So, as soon as I left Wawa, he texted me and was like, yo, we need to talk. And you know, that'd be people lying to kind of like get in your life, like, oh, we need to talk. Whatever, I'm never falling for that again. But so he said we needed to talk, and I was like, okay, well, let me know when you get back and we could talk. At this time, it was kind of already like a little late, and I was tired. Like, I was really busy all day, so I was tired. So I was like, well, where are you at? And he was like, in my what did he say? He was like, I'm busy right now, I'm gonna come later, or something like that. And I was like, well, hurry up because I'm getting tired. So he still took like forever, and I was like, all right, well, I'm about to just leave my door open. And at the time I lived by myself, so I was like, I'm about to just leave my door open, and you could just come whenever you come. So I went to sleep, and I wake up, and he's still not there. So now I'm like, all right, now you testing me. Like, you had me waiting for mad long. I done fell asleep for hours and woke up and you're not here. So at first I'm thinking like something happened, or he just got busy, or he fell asleep, because he often just fell asleep. So I'm texting him, calling him, he not answering. So I'm like, okay, he must really be asleep. At this time, it was probably like 3 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock in the morning. So I walked downstairs to his room. He's still not answering or answering my phone calls or nothing. So I opened his door and I went in his room. When I opened the suite door, it was empty. Nobody was there. Just throwing that out there. When I opened his room door, I opened the room door, and it was a girl there just standing there, butt naked, like no panties, no bra, no nothing, butt naked. Do you know my heart dropped like out of my chest? Granted, we were off at the time, but everybody knew like that was mine, like, period, point blank, period. If you was gonna do it, you better make sure that I did not find out. This girl was in there butt naked. When I tell you, I closed the door so quick, I was like, and what blew me more than she was butt naked was like, sis was chilling. Like, when I opened the door, she was like leaning on the bed, like, and I was like, my heart dropped. I shut the door mad fast. my heart was racing. And if y'all know me, y'all know, like, I'm a naturally, like, I get mad very easily. I'm rowdy. Like, I just can't help it. Like, I've really been trying to work on it. So at the time, I tried to catch my composure. So I literally closed the door and I went around the suite. Like, I looked through every room, it was 2 bathrooms. I checked every bathroom. I took the curtains back. I looked behind the doors. Like, I was so mad. Like, I didn't even know what to do. Like, I didn't even call none of my friends. I think I didn't call my friends kind of because I was, like, embarrassed because they kept telling me, leave this boy alone. And I was doing what I wanted to do. And then also because I was just so livid. Like, I was so mad. Like, oh my God, I was so mad. So the girl, backstory on the girl, I had a little run-in with the girl because of some of my friends and some of her friends got into it, which caused me and her to get into it at a certain point in time. So I can just imagine how that girl felt. And she was younger than me, so I could kind of imagine how she felt, like, when I opened the door, like, oh, shit, damn, it's Tyshauna. Like, I was like, so I just sat there, and I kept calling, he not answering. So I'm like, where are you? Like, did you, like, everything was running through my mind. Like, did this boy leave to go get a condom? Because why else would this girl be standing here butt naked? Like, where is he? Like, I just didn't even know, like, what to think because he wasn't close. So she comes out the room, like, probably about 4 to 5 minutes later, she comes out the room. And I'm just leaning on the couch because at this point, I'm going to wait until you get here because I need you to be shocked the way I was shocked. Like, yeah, Ty's here and you done messed up. So the girl comes out. So I start asking her questions. I'm like, hey, come here. Let me talk to you real quick. So it was somebody, like, walking down the hallway, like, when she was trying to come out. And so I closed the door. She was like, wait, that's my friend. So now I'm like, oh, we calling friends? But I was unbothered because I was just like, all right, her friend can be here. Because I really didn't have any intentions on fighting the girl. Like, I didn't have any intentions on that, so I really didn't care that her friend was there. And I wasn't scared. So I was just like, all right, well, you could come too. So the girlfriend came. So I was like, well, I just wanted to ask you, like, what's going on? Like, do you know about me? Like, how long have y'all been talking? Like, what's going on? So she was like, yeah, I know about you, but I kind of thought y'all were done. Like, he just gave me the impression that y'all were over. So, like, I knew about you, but I didn't really know, like, it was still going on. We've been talking for, like, 2 months now. And I was like, oh, y'all been talking for 2 months. So when did y'all start having sex? So she was like, I mean, we've been having sex for, like, 2 months now. And she not saying, like, she wasn't at all excited. She was just like, I mean, we've been having sex for, like, 2 months now. And I'm just, like, piecing together in my head, like, y'all started talking 2 months ago. Y'all having sex 2 months ago. Okay. So now I'm like, okay, so when did y'all start having sex? Are y'all having sex unprotected? And she was like, I mean, yeah, we started having sex. But I was like, y'all been having sex unprotected? And she was like, I mean, yeah. And I was like, do you mind coming with me? Like, I was like, at that point, I just saw red. Like, everything in me was like, like, I felt like my head started spinning. Like, I felt like I was in another dimension. Like, I'm not even, like, I don't know if y'all ever been this mad, but I was livid. So at this point, I'm like, all right, I know where all his friends live. I'm going to find him today. The first room that I went to, he was in. I knocked on the door. Before I even knocked on the door, I knocked and busted the door open. And these dummies had the door wide open. So, open the door. So I'm like, are you dumb, stupid, or retarded? Like, are you kidding me? So everybody like, and I'm like, so I was just spazzing, y'all. Like, I was spazzing. I was so livid. I was like, you got this girl in your room butt naked after you talking about you want to talk to me so we can fix things? Are you kidding me? Like, I'm going crazy. All his friends are like, Ty, calm down. His friends started, like, sinking in their seats, like, they were scared. I was livid, y'all. So I was going crazy. I'm just like screaming. I started throwing stuff. I picked up a Gatorade bottle, full and all, chucked it at his head. Like, I was livid. And then I said, "You got the nerve to be fucking this girl unprotected?" Everybody was like the whole room just was like, die! Like, everybody, and mind you, again, a lot of his friends, or a lot of my, like, mutual friends do orgs and just people, their girlfriends, like, whoever. Like, Lincoln is a small campus, so everybody know everybody. Like, his friends start grabbing me. Like, I start swinging. Like, I was livid. And what got me more mad is that I felt like he wasn't reacting the way that I wanted him to react. Like, he was very like, "What are you talking about? I didn't do anything. What are you saying to me? Like, get her off me." Pushing me, like, no. So I took it. I was picking up stuff, throwing stuff, hitting him, punching him. And granted, I understand that I may have, let me rephrase my sentence. I understand that it is wrong to put your hands on a male. But at that point, I was livid. I really did not give a fuck. Like, if he hit me back, I was just going to call my brothers. Like, I really didn't care. Because I was livid. Like, I was so mad. Like, that was somebody I was dealing with for a while. So it wasn't even like this was new. This was not a new, fresh thing. Like, no. So I was pissed. His friend ended up picking me up and taking me, like literally scooping my little behind up. Y'all know I'm 5'1". At the time, I was probably like 125 pounds. He scooped me up and picked me up and put me in my room. So I was like, "You don't understand. I don't understand how you could do this to me." Like, I was crying. I was all hysterical. And yet and still, I did not call my friends. I didn't call my friends. I don't know what I was thinking. I just was like so livid. Like, I couldn't even fathom calling them at that moment. So I just cried myself to sleep. So my stupid self never went and locked my room door. So after time went on, he popped up at my room. So he just opened the door and like came over to my bed and was like, "Come here, talk to me. I'm sorry, it wasn't what it seemed like. I don't know what happened, and it's not what you think." And I'm still living, so I'm like, "Get off me. How could you do this to me? You keep hurting me. This is why we could never work." I'm all livid, crying, all hysterical. I was like, "Get out. I'm not playing. Get your stuff. Get out my room." Like, I made a scene. So he basically trying to run it to me like he was fucking with her, and he was messing with her, and she said she wanted to talk to him, and he was like, "All right, come to my room." But in his mind, he said he had no intentions on coming back to his room. Once he saw me and realized he really wanted to talk to me, he was just gonna leave her in his room until he got to my room, and until she got tired and left. Now, I'm not stupid. That's not what it was. This is what he was going to do. Let me tell you how this was going to go. He was going to finish playing that game with all of his friends, go to his room, have sex with her, come to my room and lay in my bed and go to sleep that night. Y'all know how these boys be. Like, I'm not oblivious. I'm not crazy. I know that's what it was really going to happen. Now, fast forward to 2 days later. We did not make up at the time. 2 days later, we were still beefing. I still had an attitude. So on Lincoln's campus, they had this program called Niggas Ain't Shit. And I'll beat this out later. So it was actually my brother's forum, and one of my friends, who was a female consultant, asked me to be on the panel. So I was like, okay, like, sure. And my friends all thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. Like, I really didn't pay no mind. I just knew that I had a whole lot to say. But I was going to try to censor it because I knew, like I said, Lincoln is small, and I knew the whole campus knew about what happened between me and him. So I was just like, all right, I'm not even going to, really go there. So I was like, all right, well, I'll do the forum, cool beans, whatever. So I didn't know that there was a box going around and girls were voting on the worst niggas on campus. So it just so happened, it didn't just so happen, they was bad boys. And him and all his friends got voted the worst niggas on campus. So one of his friends came up to me before the forum, and at the time I didn't know again that the box was going on. One of his friends came up to me and was like, Ty, you really wild for throwing this program. You really tried to embarrass us. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This not even my program. So he's like, yes, it is. I'm like, I swear this is not my program. I don't have anything to do with this. I'm just on the panel. He's like, you really wild for being on the panel? And I'm like, okay, I'm still going to be on the panel. So I'm on the panel, and the first question was, what is an ain't shit nigga? So they asked all the females, and they got to me, and I was like, at the end of the day, I feel like ain't shit nigga is a man who does not live up to his word, who is dishonest, who is unloyal, and who overall does not represent himself with any dignity or pride or respect for him or the people that he's dealing with or the person that he is dealing with. I was like, because at the end of the day, if a man tells you what's going on and is very upfront with you, that's different than a man lying and scheming and carrying himself one way and doing another. I guess everyone was very offended by my comment. So everybody was like, yeah, Ty. Like, all the girls, like, yeah, Ty, whoop, 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 whatever. And him and all his friends sat in the front row. I guess they really wanted to know what I had to say. And one of his friends was on the panel. A couple other people, our mutual friends, was on the panel. And so one of his other friends was like, I feel like an ain't shit female is a girl that use you for your money, a girl that use you for your rides to Wendy's, got niggas buying shit for them. So I'm like, skirt. Now, let me give y'all some history. At the time, I was working off campus at Wendy's. So, he said, use you for your rides to Wendy's. And I said, okay. At this point in time, this is when I knew that there was no more Mrs. Nice Guy. That was done, over, finished, capiche? It was no more being nice. So they came back to me and I was like, at the end of the day, it's those rides to Wendy's and that job to Wendy's that pays for the shoes on your back, the clothes on your back, the shoes on your feet, the haircuts, everything. So don't ever try to play a girl who was doing things for you. Boop. That's mistake number one. So now everybody like, dang. And let's be real. It's a lot of, men out here who, don't have, only thing they have to offer you is sex. And I'm sorry, but I'm a hard worker. You didn't do anything for me that I couldn't do for myself. And I felt very disrespected because I was like, not only did I not even come for you yet, but you sending your friends for me? So now I'm like, oh, y'all, the rest of the program. Okay. So the program went on, and there was actually a scene in the program, like a clip from a movie, that was exactly what had just happened between me and him. Like a girl catching a boy with another girl. So I was just like, I was very quiet. I didn't comment on the movie. Everybody wanted me to, but I really didn't want to because, one, everybody was there, me, him, and the girl. I just didn't want my situation to be blown on blast or whatever. So I didn't say anything, but it then trickled down to later on that night. As y'all know, we had Thirsty Thursdays in college. And I guess he left the forum feeling some type of way and whatever the case may be. So I was chilling with my cheer brother and my cheer sisters out in the lobby. And he tried to come up on some disrespectful, he tried to come for my cheer brother. So I just went crazy. Once again, I made a scene, and it was a bad night. It was just a really bad night. But you know what, guys? We learn, we grow, and it will never happen again. And that was my story on bucket naked and the unprotected sex. Don't be
Oh, shorty, she got a bedroom body. Oh, girl, she got a bedroom body. Oh, shorty, she got a bedroom body. I told her I'ma call her, got her on the camcorder. I can't believe I saw her. Bucket naked.